the
Heller.
Pioneers.
Mason!
Are we starting muted or what? Are we starting muted?
Yes, real quick. Sir, move. Good morning and welcome to Moss Field for today's Turkey Day game between your Kirkwood Pioneers and the Webster Statesmen. It's a rainy and cold morning here. If you're tuning in, we appreciate you sharing part of your holiday with us.
Line judge.
They're at the center of the field for the coin toss right now. We've got a really annoying guy talking into my ear right now. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's the announcer for the Webster Statesmen. You might hear his voice. But that's all right. We bring you this tradition. It's the oldest football rivalry west of the Mississippi, and the Kirkwood Pioneers look to take the Frisco Bell home for the 10th year in a row, and leave Webster sitting with the little brown jug in their hands. Some players to watch for today's game. Kirkwood's number 3, Dion Brown, has been on a bender this season, and he's a D1 commit to the University of Eastern Michigan. Will he continue his record-breaking season? We're hoping he will. I'm Mason Heller for the Kirkwood Call alongside Owen Backer with the play-by-play commentary, and we are so excited to be with you today.
Yeah, it is an absolutely fantastic day here for football. It is like 39 degrees and just raining incessantly on this entirely mud field, but like, how else do you want it, man? Kirkwood's sitting there with their all-white jerseys. It's going to get real muddy by the end of this football contest. It's going to be a fun game to watch. This is how the game's meant to be played. The Kirkwood Pioneers debuting some brand new jerseys never before seen for this game. They are white with white numbers, trying to make our job as difficult as humanly possible. We're just going to be straight up guessing at who has the ball. So stay tuned for that guessing game, where it's going to be a great time. All right, we're getting set for kickoff here. Webster will receive the ball in the first half.
On the hill that's in the middle of their field, which will be so fun
Again,
to watch.
the way the game's supposed to be played. All right, real quick, score predictions for this contest. What are you thinking here?
I'm going to go 35-28. I want a close one today.
Who's winning that one?
Kirkwood.
Weather is the great equalizer. I'm going crazy with it. I'm getting wild. It's going to be 6-3 Kirkwood. I'm hoping
You're
for
wild.
a real just Wumbo style crazy game.
Oh!
Oh my lord, he's decked
Holy
immediately,
Jesus.
and there is okay. Yeah, we're going in immediately.
And by Cameron Hill.
Webster Grove Statesman will take over here
And he is
on what I believe is the 25-yard line. This is going to be the 15. This is going to be the most visible these numbers are today because the
Cameron
rain
Hill.
is only picking up here, folks.
Number 2, Cameron Hill with the reception on that. He got plowed by a random number on the back of a jersey. You can't see who made the tackle because Kirkwood decided that it would be a great idea to go white on white with the jerseys here.
It's
But
chill,
such
though.
is life.
I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. This is a grand day for football, everyone. Let's enjoy.
Turkey Day games are meant to be a little strange.
A little crazy.
But
Happy,
such is-
also just a real happy Thanksgiving to everybody too. It
Indeed.
is. I am thankful for football. The handoff up the middle there, a gain of roughly 6 yards,
Number 34,
and
Jacob Moreland.
it'll be third down now for Webster Groves on this opening drive.
What a gain of 6 yards on the
taken by
play.
number 2, Bruce Malone.
Bruce Malone
Key defensive
allegedly
player to
with the
watch is number
tackle.
2, Bruce Malone, this game. He was absolutely critical in Kirkwood's previous games, especially against McClure. Came up with
All right,
incredible amount
third
of,
down and short
pressure
here.
for
Well,
the defense,
third down
stripping
and
the ball. Came up with 5 tackles.
let's see what.
Kirkwood's rushing game obviously
Third
not the
and 5
strongest,
now
but
from the
a
20-yard
sack
line.
would be nice here. They've got 2 to the right of the quarterback. Interesting.
Snap here. It's going to be a handoff. He's going to look for a hole, but he's not going to be able to get through. He is swallowed up by the
Number
Kirkwood
32,
defensive line, and that'll force a
Travion
fourth
Halsey with the
down.
carry. Stop by forward motion. Looks like it'll be 4th down for the Statesman.
That was Trevion Halsey with the ball, and he is stopped by number 8. Tyler Macon back to return the punt.
Webster Grove's going to punt here. It's a high snap. He's able to corral it, and he gets drilled as he punts. The ball's going to bounce and barely get back to the line of scrimmage, and the Webster Grove Statesman will down it. Punter took a bit of a shot. He's looking for a penalty there, but nothing called.
Unfortunate coverage on the punter. Number 9,
And the punt by
Jake
Jake
Kachansky, was unable to get the ball in his hands, and then
It
he
will
just
be spotted.
brought down by the
At the Webster
Kirkwood defense. Was able to get the kickoff.
30-yard
I thought they
line.
would block it, but he got crushed at the end there. Bad snap. I'm not sure who their center is, but you're going to be looking at your special teams coordinator on that one.
Take over now.
31-yard line, 1st and 10.
Pretty high-powered. We've seen them put up large score totals this year, several games over 40, 50 points. With weather being the great equalizer, we'll see what they do here. It's a snap. Fake handoff. Creighton Weistrach's back to pass. Flips a little bit. He's going to throw the screen. That one is caught. He's going to run just shy of the first down marker there. Solid gain, and they're on the Webster Groves 22-yard line.
Wise.
Number 16, Stephen Masters
Is
with the
complete.
take. 8-yard game for the Pioneers. They're
That
going
was
to be
number 9, Tyler Macon.
they're
With the
really close to
reception.
this first down here. Kirkwood's goal for this game is just to keep driving. They've been heavily relying on the run game. Can their passing game bring them into a good position here?
Ball at the 22-yard line.
Snap here, hand off to Deion Brown. He's got the outside, and he is wrapped up and brought down for a loss.
That's Deion Brown, the ball carrier.
Kirkwood has played some no real weather games this year. They've played all their games in beautiful, perfect 60-degree weather, and now they're getting hit with a real challenge
There's
here.
A penalty flag down.
Rainy and cold.
Obviously, this isn't optimal weather to play in. There's a flag on the play, and Kirkwood's going to have to walk it back.
Yeah, penalties kind of killing Kirkwood this year.
Kirkwood has taken a lot of penalties. They lost almost 80 yards in penalties to McClure.
Yeah, it's gotten worse as the year's gone on. And
yes,
so
it
that
has.
was curious. Obviously, a couple weeks between their last game against CBC and now. And, I mean, in a game like this where you're expected to beat your opponent, pretty handily, penalties can be the thing that really switches that and is just a complete backbreaker.
My mom says the video's private.
He's 2nd and 13.
Go check.
And that's an offside
And
penalty against
offside.
Webster.
Statesmen are going to take the penalty now. We're offset.
Move them back a bunch, and then they move them forward a little bit there.
And that is a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Kirkwood's going to need to generate some offense here off of this penalty. They have their run game looked weak on the first play. We'll see if they can cover Deion Brown here.
I mean, they were gifted great field position. Let's see if they can actually capitalize. Hard count, nothing. They look to the sideline. Creighton Wise communicating to his line there. He's going to send Deion Brown over. Snap. Handoff up the middle to Brown. He's going to lunge forward, push the pile a bit, and he's going to get close to the first, but he will not pick it up.
And here's number 3, Deion Brown. Tackled by number 12, Sean Patrick Keegan.
Deion Brown with the carry breaks through very close to the first down marker there. Kirkwood's going to need to convert here, though. They really need this first down.
3rd down now, 3rd and 4.
Third down here. Snap to Wise, rolls out to his right. He's looking. He launched that pass for Ethan Yelvig. No, it's caught to the 10. He's dancing inside, and he has scored after leaping over a man. That is a touchdown for Kirkwood.
Beautiful play
Number
by
9,
the
Tyler Macon.
number 9 Tyler Macon with the
Into the end zone
with the
for
catch.
Kirkwood.
Stayed on his feet, managed to keep himself in bounds with some very pretty feet work, and he's going to put the Pioneers up 6-0, and the momentum is in their favor now.
Yes, the first of potentially many touchdowns. Not going to lie, my 6-3 score prediction is a bit out the window already here.
Well, it depends on if
literally 4 minutes into the game, but you know what? That's what we like.
Number 42,
Like a
AJ
surprise.
Liska.
number 42 Miles Kruger is going to be kicking here. Well, Mr. Becker, your score prediction is out the window now. What are we going to do?
It is Kirkwood 7, Webster nothing.
I didn't quite hear you there. I'm just going to assume you were insulting my score prediction, and in which that case I'm going to say, hey, look, history doesn't remember people who aren't bold, sir. You have to take chances. You have to kind of, you gotta lay it on the line. You got to go out there a little bit.
Will be played December 8th through the 10th. This event has become one of
Changes
the
coming.
premier
Webster
varsity
grows.
boys basketball
Looks like they've
tournaments
called a
in the
timeout,
St.
if I'm
Louis
not
metro
mistaken.
area. And
Real quick update here before the kickoff. The water has now soaked through both pairs of my socks, so that's chill.
And we
Here's the kickoff, number 42 Miles Kruger with the kick. And he's been very consistent with his boots this year. It's a big one. Oh, looks like there's
below the
a
kickoff
flag on the
dead.
play. This is going to be on Kirkwood.
Is that the first flag we've seen on a kickoff, like before the kick even happened this season?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one of
I
those
haven't seen that yet, no. Well, there's a first time for everything.
I mean, obviously, you can take penalties whenever you want to, but
Yeah, it is a free country.
I don't know
That's
if I was
what
thinking that.
Thanksgiving's about.
No, I don't think so, but
Look, I'm a little
Kirkwood's going to be
confused.
set
The cold's
back.
gotten to my brain.
Well, Miles Kruger's got a great leg, so I think we'll be okay.
That penalty on the kickoff, just giving Miles Kruger a chance to show off his leg even more. He's going to try to boot this one down.
Webster's band has decided to make fun of us with a nice trombone slide.
Look, I'm a sucker for a trombone slide. I can't lie.
I respect that. Miles Kruger's going to give us the boot here.
AJ Kent Liska set to kick off for the Pioneers.
I think that we have him in the program wrong. AJ Kent Liska does not kick at all.
Kick. Pretty solid. That's going to be fielded at the 10. Running, darting upfield, looking for some space, and he slips, falls back, and he's still on his feet. He spins, and he is going to be pushed out a little bit late at the 15.
Number 6, Khalil Weld with the bring down.
So Jabari Booth takes the kick, and he's
Managed to corner Webster
forced out of
there.
bounds by
Probably
number
not
13,
a great move to keep running,
Imran
but
Hassan.
he put himself in a good position. Kirkwood's going to have Webster right back in the exact same position where they found themselves last time. And we're going to hope that their defense manages to hold up. They are just at the 15-yard line.
Webster Groves will take over once again. They went 3 and out last time. Handoff here, right up the gut, and that pile is pushed back. It'll be a loss of maybe a yard, if not no gain.
Right up the middle there. Kirkwood with strong defensive line play.
that is number 55.
That was their weakness against
Who made the
teams
stop?
like
That's Lorenzo
CBC
Brinkley
and
for the
Hazelwood
Pioneers.
Central, who they both lost to this season.
And no gain on the play. It'll be second.
Their defensive line
and
is so
10.
strong so far, though.
Second down and 10 here. Statesman with the ball, looking to get some out here. They haven't really gone to their air attack a single time this game, so far at least. Snap, handoff again. That's going to be a decent little run there, but it's not going to be close to enough for a first down.
And the handoff to number 32. That's Travion Holsey up the middle.
They've managed to mispronounce just about every name here. Alex Ludberg with the stop there. 4 yards for Webster Groves. And Kirkwood will be
Ball at the
looking to
20-yard
stop
line.
their
It is
6-yard
third
gain.
down and 6.
Third down stop would be big here for Kirkwood.
It's starting to rain sideways here. We are officially in sideways rain territory. Snap here, looks at the pass, throws a bit of a screen. That ball is high, tipped, and it is on the ground before anyone can make an attempt to make an interception.
20.
Number 2, Bruce Malone with the
And-
tip.
Blyer.
Yeah. The punt team's going to come out here.
And broken up by number 16.
Let's hope we can get another stop.
Shannon Smith.
Number 9, Jake Kachani with the
And
punt
it'll be
here.
fourth down.
We need another play like last time. We're going to need a good defensive rush. Don't you agree, Mr. Becker?
Absolutely. That has been the key for Kirkwood this year. In games that they've won, they've done it well. In games they've lost, they haven't. That's the entire team runs through that right there. Snap here. It's a good snap. Punt is a bit of a line drive. It's going to bounce to the 40 and roll back a little bit. It is fielded. Runs up the middle here, looking for some space. Slipped a tad bit. He's got the sideline. He's running. He's going to go. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he has scored on a punt return touchdown.
And
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood.
They'll make it 13-0 here with 6:20 left in the first, pending the extra point.
With his second touchdown.
Number
of
9,
the
Tyler
game.
Macon with the second touchdown of the game. That was another big run. Fancy footwork again on the sideline. Tyler Macon is looking like the new Deion Brown.
It was a line drive punt, bounced at the 40. He kept calm, he kept composed, he was able to field it, got a few blockers, and he got to the sideline and just took off, and no one was catching him there.
Punt for to attempt the
Extra point
They
here.
finally got his name right. Miles
I'm
Kruger
hyped for
with
the
the
extra
kick here.
point, bro.
I'm so hyped. Miles Kruger. I wish it was Jed, but Miles is going to make the kick.
What are the Vegas odds on this extra point going through?
Vegas odds, if I knew how to do Vegas odds, I would tell you.
Let's say a half an extra point over or under. I'm taking the over. And I was right. That's a good extra point. It is 14-0 for Kirkwood.
Is good.
Mr. Kruger is
6:20
quite
left
the
to
kicker,
play
isn't he?
in the first quarter. 14-0 start.
14-0 Kirkwood with 6:20 in the first quarter. They're looking good so far. On today's Thanksgiving, we'd like to give thanks to our crew here. We've got Liv Timp on the camera. We've got Quinn Sells with the audio. And our tester, Mr. Ian Reno, is here with us as well. We appreciate you tuning in. Kirkwood alumni, former Kirkwood football players, and just about anyone in the Kirkwood community. If you're from Webster, we won't tell. But thank you for joining us.
So much thanks has to be given to the whole to Ian, to Liv, to Quinn. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not in our usual broadcast spot here. We're at Webster, and this broadcast, rainy. We're in conditions. It's kind of held together with tape, popsicle sticks, hopes and dreams. But you know what? We're rolling with it. We're bringing you football, and it's all because of those guys. It is so great. Thank
Indeed.
you all.
Miles Kruger is going to give us the boot here. Let's not take another penalty, right?
Hey, it worked out last time. Kruger set for the kickoff.
Booth is back deep for the Statesman as the Pioneers are set to kick off. Miles Kruger, the kicker.
And the boot is up. Another beautiful slide trombone there. It's fielded at the goal line. Looking for space once again. He's going to dart up a little bit, get past the 20, maybe
And
to
that
the
is Jabari Booth
24.
across the 25-yard line.
Jabari Booth with the carry.
He is
Brought down
by
really
number
quickly.
13, Imran
Kirkwood special
Hassan.
teams looking good. Imran Hassan with another tackle on special teams. So we're looking at some MVPs for this game. I'm thinking Tyler Macon, Bruce Malone, and Imran Hassan so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, MVP, it's never too early to start the MVP conversation, man. Two tackles on, 3 kickoffs? That's pretty fire. Like, I'm all for it.
Here comes Webster.
Webster will
First
take
and
over
10
on
from
offense
their
again.
27-yard line.
Webster's going to have 73 yards here to run the ball. They've been really into this 2-by-2 formation, haven't they?
Yeah, they got 2 men in the backfield with the quarterback. It's going to be a handoff here up the middle once again. Something that's surely on film. Kirkwood is ready for it. Big man. He's pushed the pile. He will fall forward for a nice gain.
The ball carrier.
Number 34, Jacob Moreland with the
And he
carry
is brought
there.
down by number
Big
52,
legs,
Gabe
unable,
Walker.
powers the ball for an extra 2 yards. That's some grit right there. You're looking for that in today's game, aren't you?
Does Webster Groves have Derrick Henry, question mark?
I don't know. I don't know who's playing for Kirkwood right now. They might have their freshmen in. I can't tell.
5-yard run from
It's going to be 2nd down and 5 here for the Webster Groves Statesmen. Same formation, 2 men in the backfield, quarterback. Sitting here. Ball is snapped. It's a little bit low. It's going to be a QB draw. He's going to find a little bit of a hole, but it's not going to get too much. It'll be a 3rd down for Webster as Kirkwood will change personnel.
Trying to get
Quick weather update. It is raining sideways, rendering our tent completely useless. But again, we are riding because it's all about that Turkey Day.
I'm saying.
We're here for it. We are thankful.
We are positioned in the middle of enemy territory, and it is certainly
3rd and
interesting.
about 3 to go.
They got 3
3rd down.
yards to stop them here. Let's go, Kirkwood.
3rd down and 3 for Webster. The close they've got to a 1st down. Handoff again to the left side this time, and he's able to get through. Maybe a little bit more. That'll be the first down for Webster this game.
And we got a timeout called.
Timeout called for Kirkwood.
Takes his first timeout.
Kirkwood taking his first time out here.
And
They're celebrating a 1st down here. Kirkwood's taking the timeout after a pretty severe lapse in defense. We're hoping that they can fix the issues that they've had so far. we're obviously not too worried about it. But they allow a first down there off of a pretty good 3-yard from Jacob Moreland. Webster Grove's go-to running back, it seems. Sorry, I apologize. I had to cameo there for a second. We're fixing,
you know what?
We're fixing the laptop
You aren't
situation.
watching-
We don't want things to get wet here.
You are not watching this broadcast because it is Monday Night Football. You are watching it for the love of the game and because Turkey Day. It's fine.
That's why we're here.
First and 10.
First and 10 for the Statesman.
We're out in a heated booth. We're in the elements. First down and 10 for Webster. It's going to be a pass here. He slings this one, and it's just beyond the receiver. It'll be an incompletion.
Ball's incomplete, intended for number 6, Tristan Wagner.
Second down for the Statesman. Second and 10 after the incompletion. Snap here, handoff. Runs into with some speed. He's got some space. He's running down the sideline, and he has jumped. Oh. He's jumped, but not after a big first down for Webster. He found the hole, was able to break through for a massive gain. That is by far their longest play of the game. They are no longer moving methodically. They are powering down the field.
Run to the 35-yard line, and that's good enough for a Statesman. Tackle by number 9, Tyler Macon.
Tyler Macon with the stop there, but Travion Halsey with a huge carry for the Western Grove Statesman. Another defensive lapse by Kirkwood. They really need to get refocused here.
He hit that hole with speed. He got out of the backfield and ran into the line like a demon.
We defensive backs, so we're thankful for them on this Thanksgiving Day.
First tenure after the huge run. The snap. Handoff once again. He's got even more space. Ooh. He's thundered a bit there by the Kirkwood defense, but not before another solid gain.
Forced out of bounds by number 2, Bruce Malone.
Webster's going to have
Ball
a
at the 28-yard
second
line.
down and 1. Kirkwood's allowing this run game. And Owen Becker, I'm not too happy if I'm Jeremy Macklin right now. They have been running all over them this drive.
No, I mean, Kirkwood has, they had some problems against CBC dealing with, a big, quick, kind of but still physical back. Now more physical, hard-running running backs, and Kirkwood really, the undersized defense can't do much. He's broken through here. He scores! Touchdown, Statesman, after a huge run up the middle, abusing Kirkwood's defensive line. And it will now be 14-6 for Kirkwood pending the extra point. We got a bit of a game here, folks.
That's another defensive lapse by Kirkwood, leads to number 32, Travion Halsey, getting another run. Jeremy Macklin is probably seething right now. This is very unfortunate for the Pioneers.
Joe Garcia for the extra point attempt.
Number 81, Joe Garcia with the extra point attempt.
That was by far the most exciting extra point I've ever seen in my life. That was dramatic. It is good. 14-7 for Kirkwood. So, as mentioned before, it has been 9 years since Webster last possessed the Frisco Bell. That was when they defeated Kirkwood's JV team, because Kirkwood's going to state, but it's still 9 years. Do you think things move to double digits, or do you think they say, no, we're putting a stop to it? Because that is the longest streak any team has had of consecutively winning the Turkey Day game.
I mean, if I'm Webster, I want this to end. But they've got the grit to play it right now. That was a phenomenal drive by Webster.
This is a football game. Although the sun is peeking out from behind the clouds, the rain has stopped a little bit. So maybe that's worse for Webster. Return here. He's past the 10, 15. He's got some speed. And, oh, he runs through a man. He's still going. Oh, it's a fumble. It's a fumble. The ball popped out. It is recovered by the Statesmen. They will have the ball on the Kirkwood 30. What a break for Webster. And a touchdown here. This is, oh my, this would be a football game if they scored here.
The Statesmen pick up the ball off of a miscue from number 9, Tyler Macon. Had the ball, went to the ground, and bounced off the what looks like a pretty wet football field, and he is going to be beating himself up over that one. Webster's going to be in great field position to get another one back at Kirkwood.
Macon pointed the shoulder down, trucked through a Webster defender, and then got wrapped up, kind of fell down, and the ball just popped out. It's probably slippery and a bit muddy. Macon scored both Kirkwood touchdowns and has now turned the ball over. And I mean, Webster can capitalize here. This is a whole new ball game. There is 3:22 left in the first quarter.
Ball at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10, Webster.
1st and 10, two-back formation. Snap, drops back to pass, looking. He launches this one deep, and oh! He slips. It was a double coverage. The Webster receiver slipped in the mud, and the interception was dropped.
Intended for number 28, Jackson.
Nearly intercepted there, number 28 Jackson Torbett. Slips on the ground. Again, it's getting muddy over there on that hilly part of the field. And Kirkwood almost comes up with an interception.
You got to you like the mentality from Webster there. They are like taking a shot immediately. They want to put the dagger in them.
I think if you tie up this football game, Kirkwood's morale drops significantly.
Handoff here, a little bit of space, and this play will be blown dead. They weren't able to bring him down. Kirkwood has had some trouble bringing down the large backs for Webster Groves. They are not able to bring him down.
They don't really have an answer for number 32, Trayvon Halsey, who seems to be Webster's version of Dion Brown. If you've ever watched Stranger Things, Webster Groves is like the upside down to Kirkwood, and it seems like Trayvon Halsey is like the Demogorgon version of Dion Brown.
Like you said, no answer. No answer, and the question being asked is, oh God, what do we do? And so far, no answer's presented itself. He is going beast mode right now.
Yeah, if I'm the defensive coordinator for Kirkwood right now, I'm a little worried.
This is a football game here. Handoff once again. He's gonna push through, fall forward, a few yards. You know something I've noticed is that the speed at which the snap and handoff happens greatly affects what they're doing here. That was an extremely slow snap, an extremely slow handoff. He's not able to get anything. But on their touchdown run, for example, that was a quick snap, handoff immediately, and he was able to hit the hole with speed and break through the Kirkwood defensive line. I think they're going to need to do more of that.
Jacob Moreland with the carry. You're obviously, you're focused on how quick can you turn over those handoffs. Kirkwood's defense is breaking like glass. They've got 5 yards to go here on this 4th down, and Webster's going to go for it.
It is 4th down here. These are the clutch moments we live for. The snap rolls to his left. He's going to throw. It is too high. It is incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And the Kirkwood offense will step out on the field.
Kirkwood's going to get the ball here after a turnover on downs by Webster Groves. They went for the pass. It obviously didn't work out.
Kirkwood has the ball.
Kirkwood's going to look for Dion Brown.
Snap, handoff up the middle to Brown. He's got a little bit of space, and he spins out of a tackle and falls forward. Gain of 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Pioneers. There is 1:15 left in the first.
It's a first down for the Pioneers.
We've got
First
like
and
200
10.
viewers.
Kirkwood with the first down here.
Throws caught. That was Ethan Yelvik. He slid to catch it, and that might be enough for first down. It is.
Number 44, Ethan Yelvik with
number 44.
That was so close we could see the number.
Yelvik.
That was insane.
They got a.
That is another first
So,
down for the Pioneers.
I'm going to comment here. The announcer here at Moss Stadium finally got a last name right. It's the hardest one here. Ethan Yelvik, number 44 with the catch, tight end. He's known for breaking through lines, but he was wide open there, lapsing coverage by Webster, who was playing zone defense.
Snap here.
And
Pitch to Dion Brown. He's got some space. He hits the hole with speed, and he is wrapped up, but not after a huge gain. 15 yards there. Ooh, I see some laundry on the field, though.
Again, the ball carrier brought down.
See if this is coming back.
10, Guy Kanikbara. There is a flag on the field.
That looks like
Call is holding
that's
on
gonna be a holding
Kirkwood.
call. That is coming back.
yeah, Kirkwood has been taking some nasty penalties this game.
Yeah, I mean,
He is
that
holding against Kirkwood.
that massive hole he ran through was pretty sus. I was like, there's got to be a holding penalty somewhere in there.
And that'll push the ball back to the Webster 49-yard line. And we will repeat first down.
Kirkwood is going to set up on the 49-yard line, and they're going to repeat this first down here. They're still lining up. They've been really good about being quick this season, but they're looking over to the sideline to figure out what play they're running here. Jeremy Macklin seems to be calling the shots.
Be a first down and 20. First down and 20.
If I'm not
Now,
mistaken,
after-
though, it's the second quarter, and we're out of time, and I'm not sure why we haven't swapped it over.
Yeah, the clock has ticked over to the second quarter, but they haven't switched sides yet. A bit peculiar. I guess they're just rolling with it.
Yeah, it seems as though they're doing that.
Whistle's been blown.
No
Got
one's
to
looked at
go
the
ahead.
clock.
First and 20 here. Snap. Drop back to pass. Wise slips. He's rolling out to his left. He's looking. He's going to launch this one deep. Wide open. Larry Robinson. It's caught. And he will score. An absolutely wide open touchdown for Kirkwood.
Huge pass there. Number 7, Creighton Wise on the pass was able to slip back out of the pocket and generate some space where he was able to get a giant pass to a wide open receiver, number 17, Larry Robinson. And they'll convert.
Another hype extra point. Another hype extra point for Kirkwood. Miles Kruger kicks it. It is good. It is now 21-7. And now they're calling it at the end of the first quarter, and they will then switch sides.
I'm not sure if it's particularly hype, but the kicker battle has been something that's raging all season. Number 45, Jed Holliday, is who we'd like to see in, but he's been replaced by Miles Kruger for lack of performance, which that seems like a pretty terrible excuse to me. I'd like to see Jed get some kicks in. We are most definitely homers here at the Kirkwood call, and Kirkwood is leading this 21-7. The clock seems to be having some issues. They're going to reset, so they reset the kickoff on the clock. So they're going to switch sides after the most recent play. I'm not sure why they did that. If I'm Webster, I'd be complaining a little bit then. You could have reset Kirkwood's momentum with the clock change there. But the referees didn't glance over at the clock, and now Kirkwood's going to be kicking from the 40-yard line. Miles Kruger with the boot.
We're starting off the second quarter here. A big kick. It's going to be fielded. Oh, and it's muffed. He's being chased down. He sheds the tackle. He's trying to get the outside to recover something. He will spin out of bounds. A little past the 10. It could have been worse for him, but that's obviously not ideal field position. They're going to have to drive 90 yards to score.
We'd like to congratulate Webster Groves High School sophomore
Hey,
Parker
yo,
Allen,
if that's true,
who
that
is
is
a
a
state
goated
medalist
moment.
at
Let's
the Class
roll.
4 cross-country meet.
Yeah, that's very significant. We love Jacob Briggs, but he's a second stringer.
Snap here. Run up the middle. We're going to fight forward for a yard or two, but it's not going to be much overall.
When we use this.
All right, and second down. Handoff up the middle once again. They got to him in the backfield, and he won't get much of anything. He's still up again. This man is impossible to bring down. He is literally Derrick Henry 2.0, but without the offensive line. Third down and 6. Webster trying to get at least some yards on this drive so they don't have to punt it and give Kirkwood the ball on the other side of the 50. Snap here. It's going to be a throw.
Oh, he caught it.
He came up with a catch. He dove for it. Pulled it out of the ground. He was able to haul it in.
Jackson Torbett.
That was a clutch play there, and that will move the chains.
Number 28, Jackson
just
Torbett with the
enough.
catch.
Miller to Torbett.
So we've been talking about this. Jacob Moreland, number 34, and Trayvon Halsey, the two big running backs for the Webster Groves Statesmen. They both play
Across the 25-yard line, and that is good
intense.
for a Statesman first down.
Both play pretty intense defensive positions. One's a defensive tackle and the other's a linebacker. So Webster is looking for these bigger guys to break through Kirkwood's offensive line, and it's working.
Webster has displayed a fairly balanced attack here. Once again, handoff. Gonna push the pile. Not gonna gain anything. But yeah, Webster's shown a fairly balanced attack. I mean, obviously they have run the ball successful,ly and that's gotten them 7 points. But they've also thrown the ball a handful of times and have able to pick up yards when they need to. Tackle by Alex Ludbrook there.
Tackle by Alex Ludbrook there. And yeah, Webster has displayed a very balanced offense. Their defense, though, has lapsed just about every time they've given Kirkwood the ball. And
that is a 5-yard pickup for the Statesman, and it is 2nd and 5.
A little over a quarter, and those pristine, beautiful, all-white Kirkwood jerseys are already looking like they have just been blasted with centuries of wear and tear.
I still can't read the numbers.
Sweep. Oh, he is undercut. He nearly does a front flip, but he stands up. I think he's okay. That was an insane hit.
Number 32, Travion Holsey, brought down pretty effectively by Kirkwood.
Stop by number 2, Bruce Malone.
Number 2, Bruce Malone, defensive player that we told you to look out for at the beginning of this game. He just looks very, very strong so far. And Kirkwood is responding to this Webster offense much better than we expected. Mr. Backer, after that initial touchdown by Webster, I think you and I were both a little worried. They looked pretty dominant on that drive.
Yeah, that really was just, the same thing they had been doing, running the ball methodically, and then they got a couple huge plays. Kirkwood really didn't have an answer for it. They just kind of wore them down. And I think that's going to be the key for Webster. As long as they can keep this close, that their defense comes up with something, and then Webster's offense should be able to just wear down the Pioneers' defense. Pass here. Throw. It's caught on a screen, but he's tackled immediately. He will lose a good chunk of yards.
Number 32, Trayvon Holsey with the catch there. Number 52, Gabe Walker with the tackle.
And the punt team comes on for the Statesman.
The Statesmen are going to have another punt here, and Kirkwood's going to be looking for another replication of their really strong punt rush so far. Number 9, Tyler Macon back. He's already got a punt return for a touchdown today.
Punt soars up, bounces, rolls favorably for Kirkwood. It'll be down here at the 43-yard line, and the Pioneers offense will take over. First and 10 for the Pioneers. Creighton Wise with a handoff to Deion Brown. He's using his blockers well. He's able to push through, get a good, decent chunk of yards there.
Looks like 8 yards.
Earlier, but Deion Brown is not a large running back. He's a bit smaller, and Webster's team in general pretty sizable. And this has presented a unique, different challenge for him.
Yeah, Kirkwood so far has played some smaller teams, especially McClure and Hazelwood West. They were both smaller teams, and Kirkwood's offensive defensive lines were able to take that. But Webster's got some bigger guys, and that's a different challenge, especially in the weather.
Snap, pitch here. He's got some space on his feet, and he is grabbed by the right leg and is tackled. But there's some laundry on the field. The ref launched that thing. That was a high arc. See what the call is. My money's on holding. That was a very late flag, though. We'll see what it is.
And we'll wait for the call.
We're going to see what the...
It's going to be a face mask on Webster. There's a 15-yard penalty tacked on to the end of that run, putting Kirkwood in prime position.
a significant loss of yardage for Webster here. Kirkwood's going to be in a great position now. They've brought the ball back almost 55 yards, and they look strong. You're going to be hoping that the offensive line holds up to this rush.
To the
The Pioneers are so close they can taste it to this end zone.
See if they can add to their lead. It is 21-7 for the Pioneers with 5:47 remaining in the second quarter. They want to try to put this thing out of reach. Snap here, handoff to Brown. He's going to use his blockers, but he is hit by the corner coming around on the outside. It's not going to be much there. Second down and goal.
Tyrus Free with the tackle. So far, once Kirkwood hands off the ball, they're able to generate a small rush, and then Webster's able to take them down. But
at the 5.
because of the field position they gave themselves with a relatively short punt and putting it at Kirkwood's own 45, Kirkwood hasn't had to work super hard to get here.
Ooh, a handoff to the outside here didn't go anywhere. I saw a hold, but the refs are keeping the yellow flags in their pocket there. Kirkwood making a couple substitutions. It's third and goal. We'll see what Coach Macklin dials up to try to get him in the end zone. Maybe like a little boot rollout pass.
I'm thinking he's going to try to hop people over the line as we get closer and closer.
The little keeper by Wise. He threw his shoulder down and broke the plane. It is a Kirkwood Pioneers touchdown. 27-7 now pending the extra point. Not to, pat myself on the back here, but they did exactly what I told them to do. They said a little boot with Creighton to the right, and it worked.
Number 7, Creighton Rise. He keeps the ball after early pressure from Webster's defensive line, and he just kind of walked into the end zone there. So now's a good time to bring up Misha's regulation of the 35-point deficit.
With the extra point attempt.
If Kirkwood somehow manages to bring this to a 35-point gap, what will happen is during the second half, the clock is going to run. And we'll send you guys home early for Thanksgiving dinner.
4.5 minutes to play.
We don't want that to happen. We were hoping for a close game today, but Kirkwood is in dominant control of this game so far. 21-point gap. Your Kirkwood Pioneers 28. Webster Grove Statesman 7.
That kickoff there from Kirkwood, decent.
35-yard line.
Little return, and the Statesmen will start from their own 35-yard line. run up the gut. The same story we've been seeing. A blast forward, contacted immediately. He's able to push the pile and fall forward for a gain of a couple. They keep consistently doing that. Eventually, Kirkwood's defense is just going to have to be exhausted, especially because their offense, quite frankly, is scoring too quickly.
Number 55, Lorenzo Brinkley with the stop. He's one of Kirkwood's all-conference first-team players, along with Deion Brown and Tyler Macon. The Kirkwood Pioneers have looked strong so far on defense, aside for that one lapse, and they'll try to stop him here again.
Handoff here goes for naught, and it'll bring up a third down and long here. I call it 3rd and 6.
The gain of 2 will be 3rd down and 3 to go.
3rd and 3, rather.
Delvon Adams with the stop there. Kirkwood is looking very strong again on defense. Philip Dice, the defensive coordinator, probably smiling right now. They seem to have found a counter to Webster's run game. They're putting the big bodies up front, and they are not letting number 32, Trayvon Holsey, or number 34, Jacob Moreland, punch through that line.
Yeah, that lone scoring drive for Webster was kind of an outlier. Defense has played well so far, as this run, once again, doesn't go for much. The play is blown dead, but they really have not actually been able to physically bring down the Webster running backs this game. They're big, they're burly, they run tough, they run downhill with force, and
they do.
Relatively smaller defense has had a problem with that.
I mean, I'm okay with not bringing them down as long as we can stop their forward motion.
Yes, but it is telling.
The Webster Groves Statesmen are wearing this very nice contrast black with orange, and the Kirkwood Pioneers have decided that someone from the middle school would make the jerseys and put white on white.
A line drive punt, but a fortuitous bounce and roll for the Statesmen, and they will down it at the 26-yard line. And the Kirkwood offense will come out and take over, trying to add to their lead before halftime. It is 28-7 Kirkwood with a minute 54 remaining in the first half.
Kirkwood's going to start from their own 25 here. They're going to have 75 yards to run this ball again. And they've managed to have some gritty drives so far to counter Webster. And with 1:54 left in the half, they're going to look for a big touchdown to get them started right.
Blown here before they get the snap off. Timeout Webster, that's their second. They will have one remaining in this half, which again, 1:54 remaining.
Congratulations to Webster Groves.
Here waiting on the cue. They've got two receivers
and they get
three receivers out to the
four
side
wide
here.
Receivers
it's
out
going to
here.
be passing
Empty
play.
Backfield for Creighton Wise. They are trying to score before this half is over. Still got a couple timeouts. Drop back to pass. Throws. It's a wounded duck, a little wobbler, but it is pulled in at basically the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and maybe 9. Kirkwood with a little bit of hurry-up offense.
No huddle offense from Kirkwood here again.
Handoff to Brown up the middle. He has a big burst of speed. He's still on his feet, and he'll be brought down at midfield.
And that is Brown with the
Those are the
run
back-breaking
across the
massive
50-yard
runs
line.
that Webster has been trying to avoid.
Tackled by number 10.
They'll move the chains.
John Connick-Barra.
Kirkwood lines up again. They're trying to put this in the end zone quick. The clock is counting down. It's 1:17 remaining. Small handoff to Brown. Doesn't really go anywhere.
This time to the 45.
At least anywhere significant when you're trying to get in the end zone.
By number 34, that's Jacob Moreland.
And a timeout has been called
And
by
we have
Kirkwood.
the
Number 34, Jacob Moreland with the stop. Kirkwood's going to take a timeout here to kind of reset. After a pretty big gain, Jacob Moreland, number 34, with the stop. We talked about him as a running back because he's a defensive tackle, and he comes up with a big stop here. I think the reason why no one's been able to take him down on backer is because he is so used to that defensive position.
All right, that timeout is over. Webster is walking back on the field as well as Kirkwood. Reminder, if you're just joining us, score is 28-7 Kirkwood with 1:12 remaining in the first half. Kirkwood trying to punch it in before the half is over. Here's a snap. Weistrach's back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw this one deep, and that is caught. It is caught. He's looking to the left side. He stiff arms him furiously, and he's going to cross the goal line for a Kirkwood touchdown. That'll make it 34-7, pending the extra point with 1:01 remaining. They did not need all that time.
Number 11, Cameron Richardson with the touchdown. He just was able to kind of walk in the end zone there on backer. There was lack of coverage, significant lack of coverage from Webster's safeties. He was wide open, got the ball, one easy stiff arm, and he just walked in. It's 34-7, Kirk Pioneers with 1 minute and a second left in this half. And they're looking strong. Oh, and Backer, if I'm Webster Groves right now, am I worried about Kirkwood running the gap on me?
Extra point is
I mean, yes, definitely. This game at points felt in reach to an extent. You know, Webster scored a touchdown. It was 14-7, and then after that Tyler Macon fumble, it was 14-7. Kirkwood and Webster had the ball in the red zone. You know, this game seemed really in reach, and now it's kind of faded away. Kirkwood's up by 28 points. There's only 1:01. I think if you're Webster, maybe you take a shot here, but ultimately you just try to get into halftime with some kind of momentum. You come out and you try to score. Reminder that Webster will kick the ball off to start the second half too, so the cards are pretty stacked against them.
Yeah, so Kirkwood is going to be in a perfect position to get this lead to the 35-point deficit that we talked about. Missouri State High School Athletic Association regulations say that once a 35-point gap is reached, the second half will have a running clock. So, in the event that happens, we'll send you home for a turkey early, maybe pumpkin pie. Personally, I prefer pecan, but we will send you guys home early. Kirkwood is driving up the score here, but I'd like to see it stay close, wouldn't you?
Yeah, again, just a reminder, my initial score prediction of 6-3 has absolutely just incinerated. But you know, again, that's what we're here for. Kickoff. It's going to be received near the goal line. Trying to go to the outside. He's not able to find much, and he just trots out of bounds.
Number 3, Jabari Booth with the carry. Number 42, Miles Kruger with the boot here. And Kirkwood's special teams so far has looked relatively strong, save for a small muff on the fumble by number 9, Tyler Macon. Kirkwood has looked very strong in the rush after the kickoff, and Miles Kruger has not had a miscue yet.
And, you know, you could almost, you know, kind of chalk that one up to the weather. He hasn't really had any problems with ball security this year, and it was raining pretty bad when that happened, and he slipped. So now it's cleared up a little bit. I don't think it should be a problem the rest of the game.
Kirkwood has always played relatively disciplined football when it comes to ball holding. Kirkwood has always played relatively disciplined football when it comes to keeping the ball in their hands. But that's obviously something we won't worry about.
Webster trying to score here before the half. He's going to throw this one up the middle. It is caught, and he's got a little bit of room. Oh, he is cracked at the 45-yard line, but not before that pass is good for a first down.
Number 6, Tristan Wagner with the carry, brought down by number 15,
That's
Patrick
good enough for a
Fortune.
Statesman. First down.
First down for the Webster Grove Statesmen, and the crowd seems to have lost a little bit of energy, not as loud as it has been. If you're Webster fans right now, obviously you're probably a little bit defeated. Kirkwood again running up the score. But it's like the Lions and the Cowboys. These two teams always play on Thanksgiving, and anything can happen.
He is wrapped up here in the backfield. That is the first sack of the game for either side. He avoided the tackle pretty solidly, but then another Kirkwood defensive lineman came out of nowhere, was able to grab him and rip him down. There's now 17 seconds left in this half. The clock is winding down, and it looks like they are content with just letting this expire into halftime. The score is 35 for Kirkwood, 7 for the Webster Statesmen. Kirkwood will receive the ball to start the second half. And quick important update, the water has now gone through both layers of my socks, so we are in sad times.
Pioneers 35, Webster Grove Statesmen 7.
Layla's. Billy G's Kirkwood.
We've got
Bricktops,
20 minutes here of
Crushed
halftime.
Daily
At the end of the first half,
Smokehouse,
your Kirkwood Pioneers
and Honeybee
35, Webster
Biscuits
Grove
and
Statesmen 7.
Goodies.
We'd like you to
We
stick
cannot
around
thank these
and
14
watch the
incredible restaurants
halftime
enough for their
festivities.
donations
Webster
and
Grove's band
time to support
and
our local events.
their
This
dance team
morning,
will
we had
perform
a
for you
final
guys.
taste-off between the winners
appreciate
of
it
the
if
Webster
you
Groves and
stuck
Kirkwood
around for the
Chili
second
Fest.
half.
That's
The
0-0
clock
pizza
will not
from
be
Webster
running
Groves
because the deficit
versus
has not reached
Bricktops
35
from
points.
Kirkwood.
So
And the
if you were
winner
planning on
of
eating
the best
Thanksgiving
chili
during
in
it early
area,
this year,
the winner
you're
of
not.
the Frisco
Sorry.
Bowl goes to
Hey, yo, we got an important statement real quick.
Happy Thanksgiving, gobble, gobble.
Heard it here first, boys. Let's roll.
And welcome back. We've got a minute left in halftime here. Let's talk about the game so far here on this wet and cold Turkey Day morning. I'm Mason Heller alongside Owen Backer. We're happy to bring you this Turkey Day game coverage from the Kirkwood Call and KH2E collaboration broadcast. We want to pay thanks on this Thanksgiving Day to our broadcast assistants, Liv Timp on the camera, Quinn Sells on the audio, and Ian Reno as our assistant, I suppose. We appreciate everyone's help. And so far, it's been a good day for the Pioneers, 35-7 here at the end of the second half, or first half. Kirkwood has looked very strong so far on defense, and their offense has just been rolling. Mostly 5 to 6 play drives. Number 7, Creighton Wise, has been able to find a good hybrid of run offense and pass offense. Some players to watch out for. Dion Brown, number 3, the D1 commit to Eastern Michigan, has been running the ball very effectively. Defensive player that we have been liking so far is number 2, Bruce Malone. He's looked very strong on special teams. And obviously the quarterback, number 7, Creighton Wise. Number 9, Tyler Macon, has had 2 touchdowns in this game so far, one on a punt return and the other on some fancy footwork down the out-of-bounds line from the Webster Groves 30-yard line. Kirkwood has been able to also convert very well on punts and kickoffs, and they've looked very strong. I'm going to pass it over now to Owen Backer, and we are going to get you guys started.
All right, I have 3 major questions for you, all right? And we're going to break down this game.
Uh-oh.
Question 1. What do you think each side needs to do differently in the second half to be more successful?
Webster's going to have to convert more on their passing game. Kirkwood initially didn't have an answer to the run game, and that was their biggest issue. And I just received word from that we were going to have some special guests, Dr. Michael Havener, who's retiring at the end of this year, and Dr. Kirkwood, who this is the first Turkey Day game, and we will have them come and talk to you about the Turkey Day game experience. So, Mr. Becker, to answer your question, Webster's going to have to convert on the passing game or find an answer.
All right, question 2. What do you believe the final score of this football contest is going to be?
I'm going to go 56 to 28.
All right, and then question number 3. Question number 3, this is the most important question in regards to the football game. What is the most goated Thanksgiving side?
I'm going to go with the highs.
Damn, all right, he's going in.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but yeah.
Hey, we're fine.
So I'm going to go back to that first question. Before we go on number 32, running backs have looked strong so far. They're big guys. Kirkwood hasn't been able to bring them down. They've stop them. They both play size-based positions on defense, and they are the key to Webster's success.
Yeah, if you're Webster, it's very frustrating. It's almost like it's so close yet so far. I think it's looked competitive, right?
It has looked competitive.
Each individual play is competitive. But
Yes.
when you kind of look at it cumulatively, it's, oh, well, Kirkwood's up by 28 points. And, they've gotten more breaks. They've had that just a little bit of an edge over Webster on every down, and that's really what separated this game.
Yeah, so So we had a bit of an issue. We have an issue with our audio. I'm not sure. It should be working now. But as I was saying, the Webster's key to success in this game is going to be number 34 and number 32, Jacob Moreland, number 34, and number 32, Trayvon Holsey, respectively. They both play size-based defensive positions, and they're both running backs for Webster Groves. Webster goes unable to convert primarily on the running and passing game. And we'd like to see some conversion on that. Kirkwood initially couldn't find an answer to the size of Jacob Moreland and Trayvon Holsey. But we are looking to see if they can find another answer to Kirkwood's answer, as I just mentioned. If you're watching the stream, please drop in chat whether or not my audio is working.
Again, a reminder, normally Kirkwood High School, we have wonderful facilities. We're chilling in the heated press box. We got the mics, we got the plugs. We are vibing, kicking up our feet, talking about football. But right now, we're chilling. We're in a table under a tent. It's raining, kind of. This is held together with hopes and dreams. But that's the spirit of Thanksgiving. So we're rolling no matter what.
That is the case indeed. We are going to get our camera operator back up here, and we will have hopefully directed footage.
And all right, we're getting started with football, boys. Let's roll.
Here comes the kickoff. Kirkwood obviously going to try to get that 35-point gap up. I'm not sure what the regulation is on 35-point gaps in the second half, but we know at the end of the first half, if the gap is 35 points, they will run the clock for the second half.
Yes, we've seen
That's
that.
not the deficit currently.
We saw that
28
against
points.
Hazelwood West and McClure, where
Yes,
that second half went extremely quickly. Ooh, bit of an onside kick and is recovered by Kirkwood, so no harm there, and they will start off with great field position.
Kirkwood in a good position here. They're going to start in front of the 50-yard line.
Onside kick attempt taken by
24 minutes remaining in this football contest. Kirkwood is up 35-7, and the second half has just begun. You have not missed anything. But on the Webster onside kick attempt, which did not go. And now Kirkwood is starting with excellent
right at the
field position.
50-yard line.
On this Thanksgiving Day,
football, 1st and 10.
we're going to shout out all the families that are watching at home, specifically mine and Owen Backers. I say hi to my grandparents and hi to my mother. They're watching on the TV at home. I'm not sure how the quality looks, but we're having a good time here.
Line. Creighton Wise sends the guys to the left. Snap. Hand off to Deion Brown up the middle. He's searching for space, and he will find a little bit of it, and he will charge forward for a gain of 5.
Deion Brown. 5 yards on the run.
5-yard gain from number 3, Deion Brown.
By number 32,
as you said, a player to watch.
Along with number 34, Jacob Moreland.
Trayvon Holsey with the stop.
2nd and 5.
Keep watching for that number 32.
It's been the man to watch. Hand off here to Brown once again. He's the bell cow. He'll find a little bit of space and charge forward, but he will not get the first down. He is wrapped up 2 or 3 yards short of the first down, and it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Deion Brown looked good on that carry, punches through that defensive line for Webster. They're going to be about a yard short, but Kirkwood's in good field position.
3rd down.
Deion Brown took some shots in that first half, and he's now, at halftime, he's refreshed, re-energized, ready to go again. Handoff up the middle, and oh my goodness, he was hit hard at the line of scrimmage, but I believe it will be enough for a first down. That'll knock the wind out of you. That knocked the wind out of me, and I was watching. Legal hit, just a good football play.
Indeed, it was quite the clothesline.
Either way, it's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers on the 40-yard line. Hand off to Brown once again. They have not wavered from confidence with him. He's got a big break there, and he will fall past the first down line. Moving the chains, Pioneers here.
Number 12, Sean Patrick Keegan with the stop there. Deion Brown with another big carry. It looks like Kirkwood's going to be resorting to the run game. They've changed up their offensive strategy for the second half, and I don't know if Webster's going to have the time to answer.
Brown once again, he's got some space, and he is gone. There is absolutely nobody that's going to stop him.
Touchdown,
He
Pioneers.
waltzes into the end zone for a Kirkwood Pioneers touchdown. It'll be 41-7 pending the extra
Brown.
point. That extra point will make it a 35-point deficit
Touchdown
if
run.
it is good.
Number 3, Deion Brown with the touchdown. That's going to be his second of the game. Deion Brown looks very strong so far, and if Miles Kruger, number 42, can boot the extra point through the uprights, it'll be 42-7 Kirkwood Pioneers.
Yeah, there was nothing methodical about that. They just handed him the ball 4 or 5 straight times, and he just did it all himself. Absolutely Wumbo-styling Webster's defense.
And the kick. Miles Kruger is up and through for the extra point.
Big boot from Miles Kruger. He has been star-studded so far this game. 100% on his kick attempts, and he's averaged about 50 yards on his kickoffs.
Yeah, to recap, Kirkwood's touchdowns have come from 2 big pass plays, 3 big run plays, and then a punt return touchdown. Score is 42-7 for the Pioneers. 10:22 remaining in the third quarter of the annual Turkey Day Thanksgiving Football Classic. Kirkwood set to kick off here.
.22 remaining in the second half, or in the third quarter. Kirkwood's Miles Kruger is going to boot it off. Let's see if he can maintain that streamlined kicking streak so far.
Absolute cannon for a leg on this man. He came in mid-season, started doing the kickoff, started doing the extra points, field goals, whatnot, and he's displayed great accuracy, which is important, but the man has an absolute club for a leg. He bops that ball for a touchback nearly every time. Or
That's
at
very
least close to
impressive.
it, which in high school is particularly rare. So
It
we'll
is.
see what he does here.
I believe high school plays off of an entirely separate set of rules, but
Bounce.
that were covered by number 1 Travion Logan.
Some space. He's got a little bit. He's undercut and will fall forward. A decent little
That
return
is
there.
number
Put him past the
1.
35-yard line.
Who took the kick as
Webster's
Trevion
offense is
Logan.
looking to
Brought
see
down
if
by
they
number
can get
13,
literally anything going.
Imran
because
Hassan.
They have looked completely inept after that first touchdown.
Indeed, they have. Imran Hassan so far has looked very strong on the defensive
Tackles
side.
on special teams.
Yeah, this is his 3rd tackle on special teams. He is getting after it. Number 1 Travion Logan with the carry went up in the air and then went straight back down. I believe in Turkey Day game luck, but I also believe in gravity, and gravity won this time.
There you go. We might witness a Turkey Day miracle.
I don't know about flight.
Hand it off the middle. He's got a big hole to run through, and he will power forward for a nice gain. He moves the pile near the first down marker.
Ah.
I think he'll get 8 there. Another impressive, powerful run from Derrick Henry 2.0.
Number 32 Travion Holsey with the carry. He has looked very
Trevion Halsey, the
powerful
ball carrier.
on the
Tackled by number 58, Jackson Kagan.
Jackson K with the tackle, but he's looked so far he's looked very strong on the rush, and Webster's only going to have 3 yards or so to move the chains.
All right, we've got some special impending. We have some special guests coming up.
We've got a very special guest for you all, Dr. Michael
And
Havener in
off
his
to
final
Halsey.
Turkey Day game. We're excited to bring him to you. How are you doing, Dr. Havener? We'll have you sit right here. This is on. Well, Dr. Havener, it's your final Turkey Day game. How are you feeling?
Well, feeling pretty good right now. 42-7, great crowd, pretty good weather.
Oh, yeah.
So, so far so good.
Indeed.
the
As the
ball at
years
the
have gone on, you've
38-yard
obviously been
line.
here for a lot of Turkey Day games.
It is
this
third
one
and
more
3.
memorable to you because it's your last?
I think it's going to rate up there. Yeah, definitely. Every Turkey Day is special. Everything is. There's always memories from each one of them, but being the last one, it's definitely one that I'll never forget.
I'm sure. Obviously, this is your last game, and we appreciate your service at Kirkwood High School. Is there anything you want to say to everyone out there?
I would just say thank you. It's been great, and always cherish these type of events because there's only 2 schools in the United States that gets to do this, and that's us and
A
Webster.
false start penalty against
Thank you so
Webster.
much.
All right.
And we've
It's a
got
5-yard
Dr.
penalty.
Ford for his first Turkey Day game. We'll get him in
That'll set
here.
up 3rd and 8.
Dr. Ford, it's your first Turkey Day game. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be a part of this long-standing tradition, and I'm even happier that we're up 42-7.
I'm sure. Obviously, this is your first game, and getting to see the tradition is pretty exciting. Is there anything that you have noticed that makes this tradition so special?
It's very community-oriented. That's the first thing that stands out. There's a lot of people that have, you can tell they've been coming here for years, families. I'm looking in the backyards of houses around, and they're setting up shop
Pass
in their
incomplete,
backyards and
intended for
enjoying
number
the
3,
game and
Jabari
festivities
Booth.
as well.
And it's 4th
And
down.
obviously, the Pioneers are up 42-7. Do you think that having such a large community around the football team plays a role in Kirkwood's dominance?
I definitely think it plays a part. There's tides, you goes up and you go down, but it's nothing like having the road that we've been on the last 9 or 10 years and maintaining control of that Frisco bell. I love to hear that thing ring.
Is there anything you'd like to say to all the people who are tuning in and watching this long-standing tradition?
Enjoy yourselves. I hope you're surrounded with love, care, and you got a full belly.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ford.
Thank you all.
Those were some nice interviews there from Dr. Ford and Dr. Havener. Kirkwood
And it is a
with the ball. No scores
First down
happened during
for
that
the
interview
Pioneers.
process.
Kirkwood's
Hasn't
got
done
Owen
anything.
Neslage in. They've moved to their second stringers.
They have indeed. Oh, this is a massive burst speed. He's running down the side. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he has scored. He got to the outside, broke one tackle, and then
Touchdown,
nobody
Pioneers.
was touching him. That is a
Deion
touchdown
Brown.
for Kirkwood. Another one for Deion Brown. It is now 48-7 for the Pioneers.
Nearly a
with
fifth-
4:28 remaining.
Nearly a 50-yard run for number 3 Deion Brown. That's his, I believe, his 3rd touchdown of the game. Very impressive performance. Ran it straight down the sideline and got away from just about everyone.
He got to the outside, saw some open space, and simply decided to score a touchdown.
Congratulations to Hickson
Miles
Middle
Kruger,
School
number
Health
42
and
with the
Physical
kick.
Education teacher
And
Jordan
he's up and away.
Lewis, who
He
was
has been,
presented
again, 100%
Dr.
tonight.
James Young
I
Professional
suppose
Award
this afternoon.
by the Missouri
We'll see if
Society of
number
Health
45
and
Jed
Physical
Holiday gets any reps
Educators.
in.
The award honors a young
But
member
so
who
far,
has demonstrated outstanding potential for scholarship,
We haven't had any
teaching,
need for a
and
change in
professional
kicking.
leadership.
He's
We
going
are
to give
proud of
Kirkwood
you,
the boot
Jordan
again
Lewis.
as we go to this kickoff. So be watching for Imran Hassan.
Special teams demon, Hemron Hassan.
Yeah.
He has 3 tackles on 3 kickoffs.
Number 13, Imran Hassan, has been dominant so far. Number 13, he's on the outside, has looked incredible in terms of his tackling ability. He's brought down a variety of Webster players, and namely number 32, Trayvon Holsey, who no one has seemed to have the strength to match his physical capacity. Here's the boot. Big kick, fielded by
Kick, it's a bounce.
number 3, Jabari
Turns
Booth.
around looking for a little bit of daylight, and he will just play it cautiously and walk out of bounds. Cameron Richardson, number 11, tackled him as he was trotting out of bounds. That is a penalty. That's fair. Very undisciplined penalty right there by number 11, Cameron Richardson. Webster has shown some caution on returns since the first half. They really are just content with getting a few yards and then just waltzing out.
Kirkwood leads this game 49-7.
So the
clock is
Pioneers
running now.
flagged for a first and 10 station.
An okay return paired with the penalty for a late hit has given Webster not terrible field position. They are at their own 32. One man in the backfield, snap, handoff up the middle. He is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That will go for nothing, maybe even a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Good stop there by
Mason Fink for the Pioneers.
number 66, Mason Fink, sophomore. Kirkwood has switched their lines out, I believe, as well as some of their key players, specifically their quarterback, number 7, Creighton Wise, is out. But that stop by Mason Fink means that Kirkwood has taken their foot off the accelerator, and hopefully the score won't run up too much more. 49-7, your Kirkwood Pioneers, Webster Groves, Statesman 7.
Kirkwood has taken the foot off the accelerator, but the vehicle's already going 90+ miles per hour down the freeway, so I don't know how much that's going to help. Handoff up the middle. This one will maybe go for a yard. It'll set up 3rd down and 10.
Waylon Miller keeps it.
Maybe 3rd and 9.
Kirkwood with the rush here. One man to the outside.
One man in the backfield. Once again, high snap, but it seems to be no problem. A wounded duck screen pass, and that'll be too short. It is an incompletion and will force 4th down for the Statesmen, and they will trot out the punting team with 1:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter. If that seems fast to you, it is because, again, Kirkwood is up by 35+ points, so according to Misher rules, the clock will continually run the rest of the game, except for in case where there's a timeout. So even though there's an incompletion there, the clock is still running. We're now at 1:15, 1:14, 1:13, and Webster's going to punt the ball here.
It's an interesting rule, but it does certainly make it faster. And it will mean that you get to go home early or start eating Thanksgiving dinner just a bit earlier.
Another fortuitous bounce off the punt for Webster, and they're down. You know, Webster just won state in soccer, and so I guess I don't know what's in the water in Webster Groves, but they got some leg talent apparently because they
really do. It's very impressive. Kirkwood obviously was able to answer early on those punts with number 9, Tyler Macon. He had a punt return for a touchdown, but so far in the second half and later in the second quarter, Webster had looked strong in terms of their special teams abilities to kick the ball further down the field than they were earlier.
A holding penalty on the kicking play.
A holding penalty on Webster on the punt will set them back a little bit, so Kirkwood's going to get 10 more yards, kind of eliminate the great field position Webster had, set up there with that punt. I got a question. Do you believe, running clock and all, there's 5 seconds left in the third quarter, it's about to be fourth, do you believe Webster is going to score a touchdown in this game again?
I really hope
And
so.
hey, let's meet our varsity cheerleader.
I would personally, I'd be pretty
They
upset
are
if they didn't.
Maddie Campbell.
I really want them
Liberty
to. I do.
Combs.
I think that the fact that this game isn't
Ari
close is unfortunate. I think
Eichberg.
that having a close game is what makes
Josie
this rivalry
Curtis.
fun. As I
Hannah
introduced in the varsity cheerleaders.
Golden. Ellie
I just think that the tradition of this game so long standing has been
Zoe
tight battles.
Lackey.
And until recently, Webster had
Ella
dominated the series. But
McElroy.
currently,
Jillian
Kirkwood is in the
O'Neill.
driver's seat, and they've been in the driver's seat
Lily
for 10 years in a row.
Peterson.
And I'd like to see it get a
Maddie
little closer.
Pizzoni.
The very first snap of the fourth quarter will happen. Owen Neslich, handoff to the left side. He's going to bruise forward. Yeah, we mentioned head coach Jeremy Macklin now going with the second team, putting them in, trying to get them some reps in a Turkey Day game. Interesting because Turkey Day can almost serve as a de facto senior night a lot of the time because it is the last, high school football game that these seniors will be playing in. So it is interesting that they are going full force, sophomores, juniors just out there, second team. I get it is nice to, try to put these guys in for the Turkey Day game, but it's just a little curious. Another solid run on that play.
Kirkwood again looking strong. They've got good offensive line presence.
First down yardage for the Pioneers.
And even with their second stringers in, they're generating a large amount of offense.
Another little solid run there. I believe it was after the McClure game, that dominant game where Kirkwood's second stringers, third stringers even were in the entire second half, where Coach Macklin was not particularly happy because he left his starting offensive line in, and they were getting eaten up.
Yeah, they were.
They were. Reminder, anyone just joining us? Big play. Reminder for anyone just joining us, the score is 49 for the Kirkwood Pioneers and 7 for the Webster Groves Statesmen with 10:15 remaining in the fourth quarter of this football contest.
So Kylan Wallace is taking over Dion Brown's spot.
Offside penalty against Webster.
Dion Brown has earned it. You can immediately tell
That is a
who
5-yard
he is
penalty.
because his jersey is absolutely
Still first
covered
down.
in mud. He's been hit countless times. He's ran the ball all over this Webster Groves defense. He has earned a good rest. He's going to go home. He's going to go hug a warm turkey. He's earned it.
His toughness has been a key part of this mentality throughout the year, and it's very impressive that he's been able to maintain such a high level of offensive capability.
Screen pass. Jaden Sloan. He's able to spin forward after a nice little gain, and he is pushed back.
Jaden Sloan with the reception. There is a flag.
Flag on the play. It'll be interesting to see where they would have spotted this because he ran past the first down marker and then was pushed 5 yards backwards.
We'll see what happens. I'm not sure what the full momentum will
Just screen pass. My money is probably on a hold, but we'll see.
It looks like a penalty on Webster, given the fact that they spotted the ball.
No,
It is
it's
a
holding
pass
offense.
against the Pioneers.
Never go against me. I'm omniscient. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I apologize for
10-yard
offending
penalty.
the
You are forgiven.
clairvoyant Owen Backer.
It's Thanksgiving. I'm in the
First down.
forgiving mood.
He knows all. Kirkwood takes an unfortunate penalty. They've had a couple of those in these games where there's
Long way to go here for Owen Nestledge in the young second-string offense. And another piece of laundry is tossed out on the field before the snap can even get off here. These Zebras are going wild. To be fair to the refs, these are definitely penalties, and they're just calling it. But I'm just saying, they're going a little crazy with it. They're doing their jobs.
This is the type of thing you get from a Kirkwood.
By number 52, Tyrese Reed.
The clock continues to run here in the fourth quarter. With
8 minutes now remaining.
Yeah, 8 minutes left here in this quarter.
49-7 for the Pioneers.
Second down.
Snap to Owen Nestledge to the lefty. Handoff. He's got some space. He tries to get the stiff arm off. It is Dion Brown. He's back in the game now. He's not quite done yet.
He really wants
Dion
those.
Brown, the
He
ball
really
carrier.
wants those reps. And I if I were Dion
Last
Brown,
of his high school career, he wants it.
I'd ask him. I'd ask for it too.
Down to about the 40.
Obviously, he'll continue his career in college as he's a Division I commit to Eastern Michigan. But Dion Brown, he's got the legs for it. But
So it is third down.
I personally, if I'm Coach Macklin, I'd tell him to rest here. But
He wants to, take part of it. Turkey Day is a great memory, and having a great, D1 recruit, superstar. Oh, a fumble here. Oh, Ness is going to step up. He's going to launch this one deep down the field. Anyways, it's caught by Tyler Macon, and he will score. Easy as pie.
Touchdown, Pioneers.
what kind of pie?
Easy touchdown.
What kind of pie, Owen?
It was a
Number 9, Tyler Macon.
Terrible
Bad
take.
basic.
No, pecan's better.
There was a muff there, a little bit of a fumble, low snap. Owen just picked it up, stepped up in the pocket, launched that ball, and it was caught with nobody even in the near vicinity of Tyler Macon in the Kirkwood touchdown. It is now 55-7, pending the extra point. 7:07 remaining in this fourth quarter.
I think you mean 56-7.
I said it's 55-7, and we are pending an extra point.
Oh, my fault.
This is good, sir.
Miles
As I
Kruger
was
is going to
saying,
boot it again.
Dion won, D1 recruit, but, D1 Dion. But that's no guarantee you're going to win Turkey Day game. I would like to point out Jeremy Macklin, the perennial high school and college all-star who also went to the NFL, took the L in his senior season in the Turkey Day game.
He did, yes.
I was there, do not remember it, but that seems that it's a little crazy in hindsight. Think about it. It's important to remember that this rivalry is so much more than just what we're seeing right now. This has so many years of history behind it.
Indeed.
Ups and downs for each, program. This is not all that it is.
It is the oldest football rivalry west of the Mississippi. And Kirkwood so far is looking rather dominant in the most recent 10 renditions of this game. With 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in this game, it looks like Kirkwood's going to take home the Frisco Bell again and leave Webster with the little brown jug of sadness. It's not actually the little brown jug of sadness, but I've added the sadness onto the end because Webster has been unable to control the Frisco Bell for almost 10 years.
I would like to give a shout out just this season to obviously everyone who's helping us, all the players and coaches, obviously. The fans come and making a fun atmosphere, the parents who show up for the children. I'd like to give a big shout out to the elementary schoolers who play football behind the bleachers, playing the most insane game of sports you've ever seen in your entire life. All of those guys, everyone comes together to really make the high school football experience special. And that's capped off here.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
Oh, he got some
Big
space
carry.
in the middle on the return. A good return to the 40. Webster's offense trying to put some points on the board before this game is out. They scored on their third drive of the game. They haven't done so since. It is 56-7 for Kirkwood with 6:50 remaining in the fourth quarter.
That was Kwame Miller with the return to the 40-yard line.
Common Jed Holiday W on the kick.
Kirkwood is gonna have to stop the Webster Statesmen from their 30-yard line. Webster has got a decent return, and it looks like they're in good position to get themselves one more time on the board. We hope that they will. Kirkwood obviously has a rich tradition of losing to Webster 53 times, but Webster also has a rich tradition of getting dominated for the past 10 years. So we'll hope that they score and get this game a little bit closer. We appreciate you spending your time with us on this Thanksgiving Day.
Your options are spend time with us, spend time with your family. There's a pretty clear choice.
And I'm sure that you probably don't want to hang out with your in-laws, so...
We're Halsey.
Another carry for Halsey. Well, just guesstimating here, Halsey's got to have like at least 30 carries, right?
I have not been keeping track.
He's a bell cow. He is absolutely just going in.
And he picks up a yard.
He's looked very...
second and 9.
Halsey's looked strong. Obviously, he's a linebacker, so he's built for those strength-based positions, and he's good at running the ball through. Oh, quarterback carry. Oh, man, he's getting away.
Oh, massive breakaway here. Oh, the ball is out. It's coughed up. I believe the Statesmen have recovered.
The Statesmen recovered it.
It was a huge play. The ball popped out at the last possible moment. There was a
Yeah, the wet ground has been doing that.
Signaling they have it. That is a backbreaker. That is the second or third longest play for Webster this entire game.
With the big run
and then it's completely
down
negated.
The 25-yard line. There was a flag on the play.
Is it going to be Kirkwood's ball?
The Pioneers certainly seem to think so.
I'm not sure who's got it.
There is a flag on the play.
So we'll see what the flag is. It's on Imran Hassan, it seems. He looks a little bit angry. I think it's going to be on Kirkwood.
Yep, this one is coming back. We are currently sitting at 974 total views. Send this to your friends, your family. See if we can crack this baby over 1,000. That would be neat. That would be pretty fire. That would be lit.
Can we stop acting like we're Generation Z and pretend to be like Joe
I am
Buck?
hungry for internet attention.
Sorry, well, to emulate Joe Buck, actually no, to emulate.
That is a 15-yard penalty ball at the.
To emulate Joe Buck, we will see you tomorrow night. Not
first and 10 for the Statesmen.
Because it seems like Kirkwood is pretty set on putting the Statesmen away with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Low snap, drop back to pass, throws this one. It is hauled in, and he's brought down almost immediately. I don't even know if he'll get more than a yard there.
Caught by Jackson Torbett.
The score 56-7
Ball at the
for
43.
Kirkwood. There's 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the fourth
So a
quarter.
2-yard pickup at second
Webster
and
has the
8.
ball. It is 2nd and 8. As this game wraps up, I just want to ask: Are there, we've had a whole season of commentating. Are there any things you would like to say that maybe you haven't gotten to throughout the other games? Just some opinions you would like to spout about football.
Opinions about football?
About Kirkwood. Just some things you didn't get to say in the other broadcast. Deep pass here.
Oh,
it's in the
man.
hands of the receiver.
Big Brack Baker. Jackson Torbett had the ball on his hands and he drops it.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 28,
That's not
Jackson
Butterfingers. That is
Torbett.
Thanksgiving gravy fingers.
It'll set up
Well,
3rd and 8.
I like my rolls buttered, so we'll say Butterfingers.
There you go. But yes, any opinions, anything you would like to say?
Sure.
before the final broadcast
High
of
school
this
and
year?
college football are 10 times more entertaining than professional
That
football.
is a hot take.
I think that professional football is one of the most boring things I've ever watched, and I will digress.
I disagree, but I understand the perspective. That's a hot take that is warming me up a bit, and the cold is so hot. But
It's chilly out here. We need to keep the fire warm.
I understand the perspective. I enjoy college and high school also.
I think it's more entertaining, especially watching high school football, since we have such a personal connection to it, and we know the people who are on the field.
QB draw. He's able to get a good, decent bit before he's popped. Oh, he extends. That wasn't a fumble. The Kirkwood thought it was a fumble for a second. It's not. That's going to be a first down for the Statesmen.
Yeah, Statesmen are going to move the chains here. and they're going to continue to drive down the field. They're running out of time, though.
.231 remaining in the fourth quarter, 56-7.
So a first down for the Statesmen, 1st and 10.
That is the second plane of industry made by the Kirkwood High School band
Ball
in
at
this
the
game.
34
That is a
yard
new
line.
record.
It's
Just absolutely shattering the previous record of 1.
well, it's really out of tune.
Deep pass here. Oh, bobble and drop. He
Nearly
launched
picked
it
off.
double covered. That was
Again for
nearly
Torbett.
picked off.
Number 14, Rick Williams, dropped that ball. He wanted to have it. So
Pass broken up by number 4, Omar Hopkins.
we'd like to take a moment to identify ourselves here. We're the Kirkwood Call, but we're broadcasting on KHTV. Don't tell anyone. We snuck in.
The pass was broken up by Omar Hopkins, the starting quarterback going into the season. He suffered an injury. Craig Wise came in. We've seen Owen Nessage, the third-string quarterback, playing this game, in relief of Craig Wise. So I'm wondering if Omar Hopkins isn't fully 100% good enough to play quarterback, and Coach Macklin just put him in on defense at the end so he can get some reps in his final tournament game. Another bruising run for the Statesmen. There's a helmet rolling around. That's never good. You gotta tighten that thing up.
That's number 6, Tristan
So
Wagner.
Kirkwood,
Not gonna lie, saw that helmet on the
Number
ground, thought
14,
someone's head
Rick
came off,
Williams
got a
with
little
the tackle.
concerned.
Yeah, the helmet's-
Got concerned, we're chilling though, it's fine, it was a helmet.
so as my counterpart Owen Backer said, I'm not sure what the helmet rules are in high school football.
I do
but
believe you have to sit out and play.
yeah, so you have to sit out a play, as are the rules in college and professional football. We take safety very seriously here.
Huge rush here, he launches one, good spiral.
Ooh, that's
that looked like a pass interference.
pass
and the
interference.
ref does throw a flag, that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Number
I
13,
don't think
Imran
that was a
Hassan.
catchable football, but they're calling pass interference. They're probably right.
I mean,
Passing
even if it
incomplete,
was
we have a penalty
even if it
flag.
was catchable, that was most definitely pass interference. Imran Hassan pushed the Webster Girls Station player to the ground.
Shout out to the refs, bro. They pulled up on Thanksgiving in the cold, and
Oh, yeah, very
this has
impressive.
been a well-officiated contest.
It has.
They have not thrown out too much laundry, and when they do, it is a pretty obvious penalty. It's been consistent. It's been solid.
There's
Shout
20
out to all my homies in the stripes.
There's 15
They're
seconds left in this
rolling.
game, or 16 now. 16
I'm
seconds
gonna
left
give
on the
you a
clock.
ref
They're gonna stop
jersey
it.
after this.
Yeah, perhaps when you go to college, you'll become an officiant. So we've got
Kirkwood takes their final timeout.
16 seconds left here. Webster's gonna take their final timeout,
Kirkwood
and
timeout.
oh, it's gonna be a Kirkwood timeout.
Never mind, the ref corrected himself, and it is now a Webster timeout. I was confused.
So it's a Webster timeout, and they're gonna reset the clock. So now the clock is at 32 seconds.
Okay, then.
So Webster's gonna have 32 seconds to get on the board here. I'm hoping they do, even though I'm a Kirkwood fan.
Football.
For the sake of the tradition, I'd like them to get on the board here, make the score a little closer.
The box score of this game, if you lose to, you're playing McClure or something like that in regular season, nobody's going to care in 10 years. But in 10 years from now, somebody's going to look at the box score of this game because it's a turn game, it's tradition. I mean, I was looking through the scores from the games that were played in the 40s earlier. This game and the score is going to live on forever, and you don't want future Webster and Kirkwood people to be like, wow.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They got absolutely annihilated. You hope they at least put another little touchdown on the board.
Yeah, no, I agree. We're coming to you live from Moss Field, soon to be replaced, by the way, with the pass of Proposition S. The hill in the middle of the field will hopefully be smoothed out. With 32 seconds left in this game, the stands have started to clear out, and people are heading home for Thanksgiving. We appreciate you joining us and spending your time with us as we partake in this excellent tradition.
To person ratio in the crowd's crazy. The ball pops out, he able to pick it up, and he is sacked immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
Good ball security there, recovering his own fumble.
Number 8, Quaylon Miller, with the recovery of his own fumble. .22 seconds left in this game.
56-7 is the score for Kirkwood. 22 seconds remaining in the
The
fourth.
referee is correcting the clock to 24.
22 seconds remaining in the fourth, and in this game, barring overtime, which Kirkwood's got a 49-point lead, I'd be willing to bet it's not going to overtime. I would think crazy things have happened, but literally no, they haven't. Also, Also, I just want to say, hey, yo, we cracked that 1,000 view mark. Y'all came in clutch.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Views. Let's roll, everybody. I am
Certainly,
so proud of all of you. And
We're
us,
certainly happy.
Kirkwood's football team, Webster's football team, and everybody in attendance today. You all make Turkey Day also very special. Everyone in both communities. The clock has died and lost 2 of its numbers, but it's still, we're sitting at 24 seconds.
24 seconds left in this game. Your Kirkwood Pioneers 56, the Webster Grove Statesmen 7.
I would just like to say, this will be my final football broadcast. I am retiring from being in high school because I'm a senior. So yeah, just say, so I believe this is my final broadcast, and I just want to say thank you to everybody involved. This has been a fantastic experience, and all of you juniors who are going to do the commentary next year, y'all better not mess it up, bro.
Okay.
Don't mess it up. Screen pass. He's got some room in front. He's got a blocker. He falls forward. He's going to get.
He's got a first down.
First down, deep into the red zone.
That's going to stop the clock. Stop the clock with 15 seconds. Webster's going to have an opportunity to score here. And the remaining crowd, not many people have gone home from the Webster side.
That's fun. The score is 56-7, right, for Kirkwood.
Sure.
Webster.
But this feels genuinely
Ball inside
like
the 10-yard
tie
line.
game, final seconds. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Are they going to score? What's going to happen?
Yeah,
This is
it's
a big. This is hype. Like,
I
this
think
is
it's
genuinely very hype.
I think that the atmosphere, obviously the crowd, everyone has shown up on a day that is sacred to a lot of families, and they've come out to spend their time at a sacred field. It's been around since 1948, and I think that sacrifice is what part of what makes this so intense. There's a tension when you come to this field, or when you go to Lions Memorial Stadium at Kirkwood, and you can feel how important this is to both schools.
I mean, think about all the Kirkwood-Webster rivalry has gone through, and everything that's happened. 2 world wars, a Great Depression, the invention of Twitter, everything, and all of this tragedy, and you know what has persisted? Webster versus Kirkwood on Turkey Day every year. Pass here. Oh, that pass is broken up in the end zone. No.
9-8,
The clock
7.
is running.
That's going to be the end of the
Guys gotta get
game.
this down. They're out of timeouts.
Call one, come
Kirkwood
on,
taking
come on.
courtesy timeout. No, all right, game's over, everybody. Kirkwood has taken the dub.
56.
They dropped the Gatorade before they could pour it on anyone. That's an L. That's a massive L, bro. All right. Congratulations to Kirkwood on a great season. Congratulations to Webster. You're on the football team. That's nice. Any final camera person Liv? Any thoughts?
This has been a great game. I'm so proud of our Pioneers. I love Kirkwood. This has been a great stream. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. We are all very proud of Kirkwood today. Good decade of wins to cap it off.
A whole decade. Any thoughts from emotional support person Ian?
I mean, it's really weird that we're about to. This is gonna be probably the last Turkey Day game on Moss Field.
Yes, it is being renovated.
So, I mean, you would have hoped for a closer game that would have signified an entry in the field, but it's still nice to get that sent off,
So I'll sign off for us here. You can hear that Frisco bell ring.
Frisco bell.
Kirkwood,
We're gonna stay
10
here a little
years. 10 years of success
thank
for
you folks for
Kirkwood
coming out to
after
Mossville today.
one of the better traditions in high school
Last
football, the
game of
handshake
old
line.
Mossville.
They
You
give
guys
each other
have
a little pat on the back for a
wonderful
hard-fought
Thanksgiving
game.
and a great
I'm
weekend.
Mason Heller alongside Owen Backer with the Kirkwood Call. We thank you for joining us. Liv Timp, the camerawoman, Ian Reno, the assistant, and Quinn Sills with the audio. We thank you all for tuning in on this Thanksgiving Day, and Kirkwood wins for the 10th year in a row. We're gonna sign off now. Thank you and good night.
Real quick, Common Kirkwood W. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for participating. I love you all. And a hot dog is not a sandwich. Goodbye.